Hey, welcome back to Soul Whispers Tarot. I'm Karen. I'm here again with another pick a card reading. And this reading is, what does this person want you to know, but for some reason they cannot tell you? So what is it that they wish that you knew about your connection or about their feelings for you or about whatever? So we have 4 sets of cards. Set of cards number 1 is the pink stone. Set of cards number 2 is the amethyst sphere. Set of cards number 3 is the amber. And set of cards number 4 is the blue crystal. So I currently have 50% off of all of my products and services. I don't do personal readings, but I have a lot of meditations, online courses, video teachings, and all things like that to do with twin flames and deep soul connections and how to align with love, how to attract union. And so all the details for that discount and all my products and services are below this video in the description box, so please check those out. Okay, so I'll give you some time to tune into the energies of the cards. And it's okay to be drawn to more than one set of cards as well. So you can pause the video here, but I'll also leave some time as well. Okay, so let's get into the reading. So this is set of cards number 1, which is the pink stone. So what does this person want you to know? What do they wish that you knew, but for whatever reason they feel like they cannot tell you at this time? So today we're using the amazing Mermaid Tarot by Dame Darcy. And we're also using the Rider-Waite for clarifiers. We've got some of the handwritten postcards with channeled messages, and we're going to look at these messages as well. Okay, so what does this person wish that you knew? The King of Wands in reverse. The 5 of Cups in reverse. The Ace of Swords. The Star. The Devil. So clarifying the King of Wands in reverse, sorry, the Knight of Wands, that is, in reverse, we have the 8 of Wands. Clarifying the 5 of Cups in reverse, we have the 6 of Swords. Clarifying the Ace of Swords, we have the Hermit in reverse. Clarifying the Star, we have the 6 of Cups, and clarifying the Devil, we have the Sun. So these handwritten postcards, we have, I love our telepathic bond. It feels like our own special and intimate place. I love how you know the real me like no other does. I love that no one else will ever share this bond that we have. And the other one says, I want to hold you. I miss you and long for you. I'm constantly thinking about you and fantasize about us being together. I feel so upset sometimes because I need you so much. I pray that we will be together soon. Okay. So what does this person want you to know? Well, initially they want you to know that they miss you and they long for you, and that they do want to be together with you, or if this is an ex-partner, they want to get back with you. But with the Knight of Wands in reverse, they're feeling as though they can't move forward at this time. There's some kind of loss that they are overcoming, or something they need to release. It could be that you've gone for a separation and there's this time needed apart right now to make sense of things, heal from things, make some changes in order for the second time around to be different. So they want you to know that they want to really race forward and make things happen with you, but they're feeling stuck. For some of you, this could literally be to do with the lockdowns that are going on around the world at this time. And so they literally cannot see you at this time. It could be that some of you live in different countries. Knight of Wands in reverse is showing that they're frustrated, especially with it clarified as with the Eight of Wands. These are both about rapid movement, but they're feeling as though, for whatever reason it is, they cannot take action at this time, or they cannot take the full amount of action that they want to take. But they want you to know that it's not because they don't want to take action. This is their higher self saying that they really, really do, but there's something holding them back. Or it could literally be that you're out of alignment with each other energetically, because everything is about energy in truth. So if one of you or both of you aren't in alignment with your own self-love, then you cannot be in alignment with giving and receiving love from another, you know. The outside world is a reflection of our own inner world. You know, what we experience, what's going on in our life is often a reflection of what's going on within us internally. So it could literally be that both of you need to heal still, or one of you needs to heal. And so it's like you literally cannot force things to happen. Maybe some of you tried to force things to happen, or you both tried to rush into things, but then a lot of problems happened, a lot of complications, which meant things were all out of balance. So there's definitely been some kind of loss, or this person needs to release certain things. With the Five of Cups, you know, something is over. But there's two cups still standing upright, which is like the Two of Cups card, which is the happy, balanced, loving relationship. But the Five of Cups in reverse, this could be them saying that they are worried. Inside, they're really worried that there's no hope for your connection to get off the ground or to be healed. Because it's clarified by the Six of Swords, which is all about moving out of the choppy waters into the calmer waters. It's about transition, moving on from something in order for there to be a brighter future. So again, it could be they need to release certain things, or people, or mindsets that are limiting, because there is the Devil card here. So this could be some kind of toxic situation that they feel bound to, or it could be their inner demons, like their fears that are keeping them stuck. Or this could be both of you have these fears and you're both kind of, you may have this infinite bond, or you feel chained to each other because of codependency or any kind of wounding. You know, a lot of wounds could be showing up within the connection. So yeah, this person, they want you to know that they do want to work on the relationship. They do want things to improve. They feel regrets about something. Or it could be they're having a difficult time in leaving something behind that's kind of blocking them. And they know that they have to move on, but it's difficult. Like they may have got very used to their current circumstances that they're in, whatever that may be, whether it's mentally or a physical kind of situation. Ace of Swords, clarified by the Hermit in reverse. It's like, they want you to know that they want to take action. They want to be they're clear, self. They want to be their authentic self. They want to share clarity with you. But with it clarified with the Hermit in reverse, it's like they're struggling. They're struggling to see the light, or they're struggling to go on their own path. So again, the Hermit, you know, he leaves everything behind to spend time on his own, to follow his own path, his own light. But in reverse, this person wants you to know that they are working on really going for their, you know, embodying their truth, living their truth, expressing their truth to everyone involved, being true to themselves. And I feel, you know, when they're true to themselves, that is what brings them closer to you. But again, they're struggling. It's like they want to move forward. This is movement. This is movement. This is movement into oneself. Independence. But they're struggling with independence. They may have a fear of, you know, this could be someone that's in a marriage or a relationship or a job overseas or anything, but they're afraid of ending up alone. They're afraid or feel like they cannot be independent. So I do feel there's codependency going on with this person. But again, this person is wanting you to know that they want victory with you. They want healing with a star because they see you as their soulmate. They want a reconciliation. This is the reconciliation card, the Six of Cups. It's someone from your past returning to your life. And to me, this often represents past life relationships as well. So there may have been karma, things that you had to sort out energetically, healing, things like that. The Star is all about that healing. Before you could unite in a healthy kind of way. If they are in another relationship, then that is most likely someone from their past life as well, and they've had karma to settle. And until that's fully settled in the way intended, in par with their soul contract, then they won't be able to move forward fully. But I feel this person is definitely in a transition. There is movement beneath the surface, even if things feel blocked on the surface. Beneath the surface, there's the positive ones, is what I'm feeling. They're mostly positive, like deep down. So these are the things that you're not seeing. But they want healing, they want balance, because usually the Star, she's holding the 2 cups or the 2 chalices. And so, you know, that's balance. That's like that 2 of Cups again, the happy, balanced relationship. Again, it's about if they're struggling to follow the light, because there is the Star in the lantern with the Hermit, then eventually they are coming to this place where they're seeing the light, they're seeing clearly, which is what the Ace of Swords is about as well. So they can have this reconciliation. They're wanting to move rapidly, but this is more of a slow movement. They're feeling afraid, and that's what's slowing them down. But eventually there's going to be this reconciliation between you. But yeah, they want you to know that they have felt stuck in certain ways in their life. It could be with someone else, like I said, or it could be to do with their self-confidence holding them back. But it's clarified by the Sun. So this is the new dawn, this is the new day, this is them breaking free from whatever binds them or whatever they believe is binding them and keeping them stuck. This is freedom, this is healing of their inner child. Whenever I see a white horse, there's one here as well, to me it represents being on the path of your highest good. And so with that white horse being in reverse, this person also wants you to know that when they're not with you, or when they're in their fear, when they're in resistance, they know that they're not on the path of their highest good. So they really want you to know that. And they want you to know that they feel your telepathic bond. They feel that you communicate and you're always connected on the higher dimensions. I love our telepathic bond. It feels like our own special and intimate place. I love how you know the real me like no other does. I love that no one else will ever share this bond that we have. So they want you to know that they definitely feel that bond with you, and that it feels unique, and they feel like you are the one. I want to hold you, I miss you and long for you. I'm constantly thinking about you and fantasize about us being together. I feel so upset sometimes because I need you so much. I pray that we will be together soon. So yeah, all this movement, especially that 8 of Wands, is saying they really want faster movement, but you know, if they try to, you know, cut corners and jump in head first in the past and they weren't fully healed, or they hadn't fully overcome the karma, then I feel like that's why it didn't fully work out in the past. So they have this kind of knowing or realization that they've got to do their healing work, they've got to do things right. So let's look into these messages. What do they want you to know right now? I'm sorry. So yeah, they really hope that you know that they are truly sorry. They know that they left you feeling like the 5 of Cups. You feeling like there was a loss. You feeling some heartbreak. And they are truly sorry for that. They, in a way, they wish they could go back in time and change that. But I feel like they have this, some of them have this sense of knowing that it happened in order to kind of stop some negative kind of pattern that you had going on. They want you to know that they realize that there was codependency and unhealthy attachments going on within your connection, and that needed to break away. There needed to be a new dawn, a new beginning, a rebirth when it came to that kind of negative, limiting energy. Hiding my feelings. Okay, so this person, they want you to know that they find it hard to be open and vulnerable with you. And I think it is because of this Devil. Like, they feel bound to you. They feel this deep longing, they feel this codependency, and they're so afraid that you could crush them any moment. And so they've just been so afraid of that abandonment and rejection that they've held back in the past, and they're sorry about that. What do they want you to know? Leap of faith. So yeah, this person, they are going to take a leap of faith. It's like the energy within them is building up for them to do that, but it's not quite the right time. They're sorry for hiding their feelings. They're sorry that they didn't take a leap of faith in the past. And some of them are wishing that they could. Some of them, you know, they may be holding back right now because they feel like you need to heal. You need to come to a place where you can forgive them. Otherwise, you're not going to be open and receptive to them. So what do they want you to know right now? Jealous. So something to do with jealousy. Has been a block within this connection. If there's codependency going on, then they could have been jealous, or you could have been jealous. I feel like they're sorry about jealousy. Maybe some of them may try to make you jealous. They hid their feelings. Maybe they played some mind games or something. I feel that jealous message will resonate for you, different viewers in different ways. Hoping and praying. They want you to know that they are hoping and praying for a new beginning with you, and a second chance, and for things to get off the ground. You know, if it's not about having a second chance, they're just wanting things to develop. They want to be with you, and they want you to really know that, because I feel like Some of them are thinking that you don't realize that and you're doubting their feelings for you because they've had struggles expressing their emotions. Hinting, yeah. They want you to know. I feel like this person has wanted you to know their feelings by hinting at their feelings in really indirect ways, because it's really interesting that it's underneath this hiding my feelings as well. They were hinting at their feelings. They may have tried to make you jealous to try and gauge your reaction and try and work out your feelings. They may be giving you little hints that they're wanting to reach out. So one final message. They want you to know that their hints were real, because when they were just hinting, you may have doubted, you know, what they were hinting at you because they weren't clear, but they want you to know that their hints were real. Their feelings, their love is real. So one final message. What do they want you to know right now? Panic. So yeah, they're panicking that it's over. I feel like they panicked when it came to opening up about their feelings, and so that's why they hid them or held back, and they just hinted because they panicked that they were going to make a fool out of themselves, or they panicked that they would lose you for good in some kind of way if things got too real. So they may have been caught up in a situationship with you where they wanted to get closer and they were kind of hinting and maybe talking to you lots, but then they weren't actually making things real. They weren't being open and upfront and their true vulnerable self. And so that's because they were panicking that you would reject them if they really made something real. So check out my other videos. I have tons on here about what this person's feeling, what they want to happen, what is going to happen between you. So check out my playlists, and please subscribe to my channel and tap on the bell icon, turn on all notifications, and that will notify you every time I release a new reading, which at this current time is about every other day. So thank you so much. So this is set of cards number 2, which is the Amethyst Sphere. So what does this person want you to know right now, but for whatever reason they feel like they cannot tell you? So today we're using the amazing Dame Darcy's Mermaid Tarot, and we're clarifying that with the Rider-Waite Tarot. And we've also got the handwritten postcards with channeled messages on, and then we're going to look at these messages as well. So what does this person want you to know right now? You chose the Two of Cups. So you have the High Priestess, the Hierophant in reverse. So those are counterparts, Hierophant and High Priestess. The King of Cups, the Hanged Man, the Three of Wands. Okay, so clarifying the High Priestess, there is the Five of Swords. Clarifying the Hierophant in reverse is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Clarifying the King of Cups is the Fool. Clarifying the Hanged Man is the Moon in reverse. And clarifying the Three of Wands is the Knight of Wands in reverse. So from the channeled messages postcards we have, I know I've been wearing masks and I'm not perfect, but I see you are wearing masks too. You do not have to change yourself to be worthy of love. You are more than good enough just the way you are. And the second one says, I'm sorry I hid parts of myself and my life from you. I was scared of disappointing and losing you. I didn't feel ready to step up into my truth. I was trying to stay hidden. Okay, so this person wants you to know that they have been wearing masks. You know, they want to reassure you that their actions or lack of action isn't because they don't love you or they don't have these strong feelings for you. It's literally because of their fears. They felt like they had to hide themselves because they felt basically their true self wasn't good enough, and they were worried that you'd be turned off by them if they were their true self. So some of them, yeah, especially with this King of Cups clarified by the Fool, you know, this King of Cups is saying that they have really strong feelings for you. Especially with the High Priestess and the Hierophant, they're counterpart cards. This person could feel that you are the one for them, their soulmate or their twin flame. Ultimately, you know, the label doesn't matter, but yeah, with this King of Cups clarified by the Fool, it's almost like they have these deep, deep feelings for you, but they were so afraid of making a fool out of themselves. So in the past, they didn't take a leap of faith. They always had these nagging thoughts in the back of their mind that were telling them that they weren't good enough. And so they were afraid. They were afraid to take action and try and make things real. Because even though they feel like you are soulmates, you know, the High Priestess came out upright, but the Hierophant, the counterpart card, came out in reverse, and it's clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. So they felt like they couldn't offer you what you deserved, or they didn't feel like they were in the right place to be able to give you what you deserved. So what they want you to know, the High Priestess clarified by the Five of Swords. So some of them, they want you to know that they pushed you away because they didn't feel good enough. They were afraid that it's like they wanted to give you an offer, but they were afraid that you weren't going to accept it. They were afraid that you were going to push away their offer or reject them in some kind of way. And, you know, take this however it resonates but for others of you, I'm seeing this as they want you to know that they felt that you were pushing them away in some kind of way. It may have literally been because, you know, the swords are about mind and perception. So something in your mind may have indirectly have been pushing them away. Like it could be several things, you know. You may not have truly believed that this person loved you. You know, you could be mirrors of each other. Maybe you didn't feel good enough for them deep down. And so maybe the law of attraction has come into play here. You know, whatever we believe is what we manifest. So if we believe we're going to be rejected, then this is how it's going to appear. Or in our minds, that becomes our biggest fear. And then, you know, we can preempt things. We can create our own reality. Like this person definitely feared that you were going to reject them. And so I feel like they held back. And ultimately, in some cases, this may have led to you walking away. You may have rejected them. They were afraid of being rejected if they stepped up. But, you know, those fears manifested as them not taking action. And so you know, abandoned or rejected them because of that. So their fears came true. Their fears held them back, and their fears manifested. And it could be a mirror going on here as well. You may have believed that, you know, maybe you've had past experiences where people have mistreated you, and then you had fears that that was going to happen again. And then subconsciously you were projecting that onto the connection or onto this person, and maybe they felt rejected. Maybe they felt like you tarred them with the same brush as people from your past or something like that. Or maybe they felt like you had a lot of expectations and they felt like they couldn't live up to them. Maybe they felt like you had unrealistic expectations on certain levels. I don't know, maybe some of you perhaps had some outdated paradigms or outdated beliefs about relationships or meeting the one or meeting your soulmate, maybe some unrealistic things that were ungrounded, and maybe subconsciously they felt like they could never live up to that fantasy, and so in that way they felt like you were pushing them away, or you were preventing them from coming forward with an offer, because they felt like their real offer would never live up to the fantasy that you may have created about them or about the future of your relationship or something like that. So some of them are wanting you to know that, and even though, you know, that may be hard to hear for some of you, it may be like really, really important. The Hanged Man in reverse clarified, sorry, that is the Hanged Man in the upright position, clarified by the Moon in reverse. So yeah, this is, they want you to know that they have major fears about taking action. And it's not because they don't love you. They have the King of Cups. The love is deep. The counterpart cards. The Hierophant is very spiritual. The High Priestess is very spiritual. But the High Priestess, she sits in front of the veil between the different dimensions, between the earth and the higher dimensions. And so there's a polarity going on here. It's like you have this deep soul connection, this deep true love from the soul, from the heart. But in the 3D, on this earth plane, there's all the conditioning, all the fears, all the karma, all the things you come here to heal and learn and grow from that have been blocking this connection. And this person really, really wants you to know that none of this supposed rejection that you may be feeling is because they don't love you. It's all because of the karma. It's all because of the lessons. It's all because of the awakening process. And before we fully awaken, there's a lot of illusions. There's a lot of fears. Not seeing things clearly. So yeah, this person wants you to know that they were out of touch with their own intuition for a long time. And so they couldn't see the truth clearly. But the Moon in reverse is about secrets being revealed, or, you know, illusions being revealed. And the Hanged Man, he hangs himself upside down by the ankle on purpose in order to see things from a different perspective, in order to take a time out to reach enlightenment about something. So that is what's happening. There may have been a separation, there may have been a pause in your connection so that they can have this epiphany. 3 of Wands clarified by the Knight of Wands in reverse. So this person, they really want you to know that they want to rush forward, but they feel like they can't. They have to wait for some kind of alignment. They have to wait for some kind of healing. So this is all about alignment. So again, this is about the law of attraction. They're waiting for the ships to come in. They're wanting to rush forward quickly, but they're feeling like they can't. They can't force things with that Knight of Wands in reverse. And that's leading to some frustration. But, you know, back to this is about the law of attraction. If we want a happy, balanced, harmonious relationship with someone, we need to have that healthy, balanced, harmonious relationship within ourselves. We need to be emotionally secure within ourselves. We need to love ourselves. We need to know our worth. And then that becomes our vibration. And then we align with whatever matches up to that. And, you know, so if we want a happy, healthy relationship, we need to have a happy, healthy relationship with ourselves. And so there's more healing. They want you to know that, you know, this isn't a case of them just not taking action. This isn't a case of they can make a decision and then take action and make things happen. It's so much more than that. They want you to know it was not a rejection. it was about misalignment. We cannot force alignment. We cannot trick the universe into alignment. We need to do the strong healing work. And I do feel like this is a deep soul connection. And so the alignment has to be not perfect or anything like that, but it has to be a strong alignment. Lots of things have to be healed and learned. And so, they don't want you to doubt their feelings. Their love for you is very strong. They were just wearing masks because, when you first met, they were caught up in the matrix, and you probably were a little bit more than what you are now. You've probably learned so much from this connection, but in the beginning, you may not have noticed or realized certain things. You may have, not have been awake enough at that time when you initially met, and it was the same for them. And so certain actions that they took in the past were because they literally did not know what was right in front of them. They couldn't see beyond the veil of illusion. I know I've been wearing masks and I'm not perfect, but I see you are wearing masks too. You do not have to change yourself to be worthy of love. You are more than good enough just the way you are. So yeah, I forgot about that. That's what they're wanting to say to you as well. The High Priestess. They felt like you were wearing a mask, and that was kind of keeping them at a distance. Because, when people wear masks, and I feel like both of you were, when we wear a mask, it means we're not being our true, authentic self. We're not being in our truth. We're not being in our truthful energy. We're not aligned with our authenticity. So something authentic, an authentic relationship cannot come out of the masks, the illusions, things that aren't real. Something real cannot manifest from something that isn't real, if that makes sense. I'm sorry I hid parts of myself and my life from you. I was scared of disappointing and losing you. I didn't feel ready to step up into my truth. I was trying to stay hidden. So yeah, they felt like they would disappoint some expectations that you may have had, or they may see you as this beautiful High Priestess, this beautiful goddess kind of energy, the divine feminine. And that really got their mind racing, and it may have made them start feeling that they could not live up to you. They weren't good enough for you. And so they may have tried to wear masks to try and impress you, but because that was not the true self, nothing true could develop, if that makes sense. So let's look into these messages. What do they want you to know right now? Rebel. So interestingly, because I always put these cards, these messages on these bottom cards, rebel is over the Five of Swords, which is what that energy is all about. It's like conflict. And interestingly, it's clarifying that High Priestess again. They may have been rebelling against you because of their fears and because they couldn't see clearly, they didn't feel good enough. But it could also be that they felt like you were subconsciously rebelling or pushing them away because of your own heartbreak. When we look at the Five of Swords closely, the person that's pushed the others away is holding 3 swords. And that's a 3 of Swords card, which is normally the heart pierced by 3 swords or heartbreak. So this is an energy of someone in heartbreak. They see that you've experienced heartbreak, maybe abandonment or rejection, maybe childhood wounds. Like they see these wounds within you, and they felt like you subconsciously pushed them away, or you had your heart was closed, or you were wearing masks, and it left them with 2 swords, which is the 2 of Swords, a crossroads, not being able to take action, a stalemate. So that may be, you know, really, really important to understand that for some of you. I know that a lot of people aren't going to like me talking about this. And because a lot of people, they do like to think it's all like the other person's fault kind of thing. But I feel like relationships, there's always two sides to things. You know, there are always exceptions. But for some, I feel like that's a really important message. What else do they want you to know at this time? Soulmate. So yeah, they feel that you are soulmates. So, you know, if you're soulmates, then they're definitely going to love you as much as you love them. And if it didn't appear that way, it was literally because they were caught up in the matrix, caught up in illusions and social conditioning. You know, what everyone goes through when we incarnate as a human being. Before they had the epiphany, before they had the awakening. Shy. So yeah, for some of you, this person is shy. And that is why they struggle to take a leap of faith. They struggle to wear their heart on their sleeve. And it had nothing to do with them not loving you. We belong together. So yeah, they feel that you're soulmates. They want you to know that they definitely feel this love for you as equally as you do for them, because they also want to be with you and feel that you belong together. Expectations, yeah. So definitely some of them felt like you had some unrealistic expectations that they couldn't live up to. And when I say that, you know, don't think I'm meaning that you expected them to be to treat you well and they didn't. So of course that's an expectation, but that's not the expectations I'm talking about, because of course you deserve to be treated with respect and with love. But expectations, what I'm picking up from this is that they felt like you wanted them to be this like knight in shining armor. You wanted them to subconsciously heal your abandonment and rejection wounds from the past. And you were kind of putting a lot of pressure on them to be that role in your life. And I know that you didn't mean to do that, but subconsciously, likely you did. And they likely did the same thing. Fear of intimacy. So yeah, I feel like this is a mirror thing for some of you, or it could be just this person, or it could be just you, you know. Again, take how it resonates. Fear of intimacy. This is basically a fear of allowing someone to get really close to you because of a fear of rejection, or for some it could be a fear of someone being controlling. If you've had past experiences with people that were very controlling of you and you didn't know how to say no. So any kind of energy like that, fear of that rejection for being your true self, or fear of being controlled. Again, it's not because they didn't love you. It's about fear. One final message. Healing. Healing is occurring. They want you to know that they're working on their healing. They want you to know that everything happened to trigger up wounds so that you could see things more clearly, so healing could occur. They want a healing of your connection because they're wanting that reconciliation. So please check out my other videos. You can look at my playlists. I have tons of videos on here about how this person's truly feeling, what's going to happen within your connection, what they want to happen, and all readings like that. So please check those out, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and turn on the bell icon, turn on all notifications under there as well, and that will notify you every time I release a new reading, which currently is about every other day. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye. So this is set of cards number 3, which is the Amber. So what does this person want you to know right now, but for whatever reason they feel like they cannot tell you. So today we're using the Amazing Mermaid Tarot by Dame Darcy, and we're clarifying those with the Rider-Waite Tarot. We're also going to look into the Channeled Message postcards. They're my handwritten postcards. And then we're going to look into these messages in here as well. So, what does this person want you to know right now? The Sun, the Two of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So the Sun is clarified by the Devil in reverse. The Two of Wands is clarified by the Strength in reverse. The Queen of Pentacles is clarified by the King of Swords. The Six of Pentacles in reverse is clarified by the Nine of Cups in reverse. And the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is clarified by the Nine of Wands in reverse. So from the Channeled Messages postcards we have, I want us to be together. I'm hoping we can align soon. I really am trying hard to heal myself. Please be patient with me. I'm coming home. And the second one says, I'm so afraid of you seeing me vulnerable. I want to appear strong. I feel foolish in my vulnerability, and I'm afraid you will see me as weak. So I've put on a mask to hide my feelings. Wow. So this person wants you to know that they're just wearing masks. They've just been holding back because they're afraid of being vulnerable. They're afraid of being rejected. They want you to know that their love for you, their feelings for you are true. And deep down, they want you to trust that intuition. Because in your heart, many of you know that. You know, if this resonates, you know, this is a general message. It doesn't mean that literally everyone that watches this is going to be the case, but for many of you it will be. You've really been called in this time and this moment to this reading, so it's going to be really important. They want you to know that they do want to be together with you, and they're hoping that you can align soon. You know, they're longing for this reunion as much as you are, but I feel they needed to do more healing. You know, relationships are mirrors of ourselves. So especially with the Devil as well, it's like both of you are mirrors in many ways. So both of you have needed time for healing. And so it's like you cannot rush this alignment if there's still more healing to do, because it's to do with the law of attraction. You know, if we aren't in alignment with our self-love, with healing our inner child, healing our abandonment and rejection wounds, if we don't know our worth, if we don't know that we deserve to be treated well, with respect and with love, then, you know, we're not going to be able to align with that. If we believe some of the opposites of those things, if we feel that we're unworthy, we feel like love never works out, if we feel like we're always blocked, or the universe is blocking us, then, you know, we manifest that. And, you know, if you're really struggling with that, if you're really struggling with feeling like the universe is like blocking you from having a happy relationship, then I actually have a meditation on my website, which is dedicated just to that thing, like really healing that. Because, you know, if we struggle to believe that the universe is on our side and is trying to help us achieve total happiness, total inner peace and total love within and with another, you know, if we feel like the universe is blocking us, then that is like a major belief, and whatever we believe manifests. So if we believe we're not good enough, if we believe we're being punished, if we believe we're being blocked, then we're creating that kind of reality. It appears that that's the reality, but it's just an illusion based on our illusory, is that the right word? Our thoughts, which are illusions. The truth is the universe is conspiring to help you achieve all the things that you desire and you deserve. So, like I said, I have a meditation to really help you heal that negative and limiting belief, and it's called I Believe I Receive. So it's all about knowing that the universe is always helping you, and that's available on my website, which is twinflamepsychic1111.com. The details are also below this video for all my meditations. So I feel like that will really help you. That can really unblock you, so to speak. That can really get you into knowing that the universe is helping you and being able to relax and surrender. Because many of us, we try and force things to happen because we don't have a total belief in the divine and how the divine's helping us. And so we think that we have to make things happen, and that can lead to like fear-based actions, and it, you know, whatever we believe is what we manifest. So we believe we have to grab a hold of something because we're going to lose it, but it's because we believe we're going to lose it, and then it always stays at a distance, you know, it always manifests like that. So this person really wants you to know that they see that you've had these fears and doubts, but they want you to know that they've had the same fears and doubts. They want you to know that you're only human. Both of you are only human. And so, well, you're not only human, but, you know, in this lifetime, you're human. And so we always manifest. We always incarnate with this amnesia. We forget our true identity. We forget we are souls. And so this person really wants you to know that it was this amnesia that's held them back, the amnesia from knowing their own worth, remembering who they truly are. I feel like this person has worn masks for most of their life just to get by, just to feel like they're accepted. It's likely from the relationship they had with their mother and their father, and it's gone on from there, feeling like they had to play a certain role to be lovable, otherwise they would face criticism or feeling abandoned. And so this person, they want you to know that they have, throughout their life, lost touch with their true self. And so they couldn't have this healthy, harmonious relationship with you straight away because they didn't have a healthy and harmonious relationship with themselves. I feel like your connection is a soul connection, and so it's based on your true identities as a soul, the infinite part of you that is always there throughout all incarnations. And so this union is going to happen when you're both more in remembrance, more in alignment with your true selves, remembered your true selves, embodying your true selves again as the soul identity. So releasing fears, releasing conditioning, releasing this feeling of needing to conform and fit in with everyone and worrying about what people think of you. Being your true selves. They want you to know they've always loved you extremely deeply, but it's just all this mess that we incarnate into, all that conditioning that creates fears, fears of separation, fears of abandonment, and not being worthy, that have caused this person to hold back. They couldn't see that clearly in the past. Some of them, they still cannot see that clearly right now in their 3D earthly human self, but it's like their soul, their intuition knows that, and that knowledge is slowly like breaking through into their conscious awareness. But until that happens within both of you, then there's still going to be the stormy seas, is what I'm seeing with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. And so healing is happening. It's like their higher self wants you to know that there's the sun, there's the new dawn, there's the new day. This is the card of the healing of the inner child. It's the restoration of self-esteem. And we can take action on our life when we truly know ourselves, when we truly know our worth, and then we truly know what we want. This is intuition, reawakening within this person and within you as well. And it's helping to break down the blocks, the conditioning, the illusions, the fears, because the devil in reverse is becoming aware of your own limitations and everything that's been holding you back. So they want you to know they're in the process of this deep healing from the inside out. And that it was never about them not loving you. It was never about them rejecting you. It was all about this misalignment. You know, it's not quite the right time because, like I said earlier, the truth, something true and real in terms of the soul, cannot manifest. The relationship cannot manifest and ground if we're still stuck in illusions, the amnesia. So this person, they want you to know that they're thinking about you right now from afar. Some of you may live in different countries. Some of you may not be able to see each other because of the lockdowns going on around the world right now. Or literally this can be someone is daydreaming about you, thinking about you all the time. They want to bridge the gap between you. They want to come together. But again, it's not quite the right time. Normally, this wand here is shown bolted to the wall, but they're holding on to one wand, which is like the Ace of Wands. And so they're wanting a passionate new beginning. They're wanting to take action. They are healing. They're coming much more into their self-esteem, but it's taking time. They don't quite have the strength right now to take action. There still is, with the strength in reverse, it's like the lion. It's like the untamed version of ourselves. So that could be the overthinking. I don't know if many of you know Eckhart Tolle, but he's written The Power of Now, and it's all about overcoming the tendency to overthink, you know, reconnecting with your true essence rather than the mind, because we can tend to believe who we are is our mind and our thoughts, but our thoughts can be extremely limiting. So, you know, taming the mind, you know, learning to take a step back and realize that our thoughts are not our reality. You know, our subconscious mind doesn't know what is real and what isn't. Whatever we think about over and over again, the subconscious mind believes that is real. And so there's certain illusions that this person thinks are real, and I feel it's to do with their lack of self-worth. They believe that they're not good enough. Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Let me just tune in here. They feel like you are counterparts in many ways. I mean, I know these are from different suits, the Pentacles and the Swords, but they feel like you're equals in certain ways. But then again, I feel like they feel you're very different, perhaps. They see you as someone very nurturing, very grounded. They see themselves as maybe a little bit cut off from their emotions, you know, based on what I'm picking up from the surrounding cards. They want to be nurturing. They feel like there's an imbalance of give and take with that Six of Pentacles in reverse. They may feel you've been very compassionate towards them. They may feel like they've been sharp with that sword, but they also want to be direct with you. They want to communicate to you their truth. They're seeing beyond the clouds of illusions. Swords are about, when I see a sword in the upright position, like this is like the Ace of Swords he's holding, it's like clarity, seeing the truth, cutting the ties to anything that's holding them back. What they want you to know with the Six of Pentacles in reverse and the Nine of Cups in reverse. So the obvious message here is, again, they feel like there was an imbalance of give and take. They perhaps felt like they couldn't offer you as much as you were offering them. And they feel like it was breaking your heart, it was shattering your dreams. They feel like, because this is a ship, they feel like the boat has been rocked too much, you know, rocking the boat. They fear rocking the boat. Or they're saying that both of you, if you had an unhealthy dynamic going on, if you were both like wearing masks or something, or you both had fears about being vulnerable, then there could have been some kind of situationship between you where you were communicating, or you had some kind of situation going on, but then you weren't fully committed, or you weren't both, or one of you wasn't being fully open and honest and vulnerable. Someone had their heart closed, or both of you, because I do believe relationships are mirrors of ourselves. And so there was a fear of rocking the boat too much. But I feel like something happened which did rock the boat, and it led to some kind of separation between you both. And you both feel as though it shattered your dreams. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. There's been some kind of karmic cycle going on in repeat, and it is to do with fears of being vulnerable. This is like the wounded warrior. This is about putting barriers up, being in a defensive position. They want you to know that, you know, this could also be about someone giving their attention or their attention and time to someone, but not another person. Like, for example, they could have been given all their time and attention to someone else or something else, but they were kind of ignoring you. Or it could be the other way around. Like, if something's happened, maybe now you're not paying them the attention that you used to. You've put your focus on someone else, or just on your own life. You may be going in a different direction, and they feel like it shattered their dreams. But there's some kind of, all these like worries and anxieties are still going on repeat at this time, is what I'm feeling. Or this person feels stuck in some kind of karmic cycle that they don't know how to get out of, and they're feeling very wounded by it. I want us to be together. I'm hoping we can align soon. I really am trying hard to heal myself. Please be patient with me. I'm coming home. So yeah, they're trying to get themselves out of their blocks, basically. I'm so afraid of you seeing me vulnerable. Their fears of vulnerability. I want to appear strong. So yeah, that's what that King of Swords is about. They have wanted to appear strong. So it may have been the energy of coldness, defensiveness, rather than having an open heart. I feel foolish in my vulnerability. I'm afraid you will see me as weak. So I've put on a mask to hide my feelings. So that's the mask that they've been wearing. The cold King of Swords. Emotionless perhaps for some of you. So let's look into these messages. What do they want you to know right now? Running. So yeah, they're running round in circles. They're running from this illusions, the fear. You know, they may have this belief that the universe is trying to trick them, and that it's not going to work out with you, you know. But basically they're running from that abandonment and rejection. They're not running from you because they don't love you. They're running because they're afraid of getting hurt, because they value you so much. They value your opinion of them. They hold on to dearly, you know, how you love them. Crushed. Yeah, they're running because they feel like they could be crushed if things didn't work out with you, if you rejected them. if the rug was pulled from beneath them if you got together. So they really want you to know that. They're running because they're afraid of being crushed, or if you've walked away from them, they may feel like you're running and now they do feel crushed. And some of them, they want to say sorry because they ran and they know that they crushed you, you know. Shy. You know, this person is running because of shyness as well. Like, even if this person doesn't appear to be shy, it's interesting that this shy has come out on the King of Swords, the one which I feel represents the mask they were wearing. They appeared cold to you, emotionless, kept their cards close to their chest, but it's because they were shy. You know, they felt extremely uncomfortable. They didn't want to make a fool out of themselves if, you know, you weren't going to reciprocate the love. And I know some of you are feeling like that's ridiculous because you made it so obvious how you love this person, and the very fact that some of you have held on to this person for so long, you're like, well, surely that proves to them, you know, you've tried to really prove that you love them, and you're like, you still don't get why they're in any doubt. But again, it's like this deep subconscious stuff that they may not even be aware of that's making them feel those wounds. You know, it could be a past life situation where they felt abandoned by you. Sexy, excited, alive. So they want you to know that they find you very sexy, but also this is mostly about you make them feel sexy. You make them feel so excited and alive and uplifted and euphoric. This is, you know, that energy you feel with that person where it's just electric. It's absolutely amazing. It's out of this world. It's like heaven on earth kind of feeling, and it's so exciting and it makes your heart race. I feel like this person, they feel that so much for you that they've put all this pressure on themselves. You know how it is, like when you feel that way about someone, you can feel extremely nervous when you're in their presence, and this is what that person has felt. So in that extreme nervousness, they've appeared like the King of Swords, you know, in order to not look ridiculous. If they're like perspiring and stuttering or something like that, then they just try and look like they don't feel anything at all. They're trying to, it's not that they're trying to hide their love necessarily, it's like they're trying to hide their fear because they feel like that's going to look like a weakness to you, or they're going to feel humiliated by that. So they just feel very intimidated is what I'm getting overall. Taken for granted. So there's a couple of messages here. They want to apologize that they took this connection for granted because they do feel you are their soulmate. They do feel it's an infinite bond. They may have felt like they had all the time in the world. If you were always there for them, it was kind of enabling them to avoid doing their own healing work. So they may have taken the connection for granted in that kind of way. But for some, it may be also saying that they feel like you took the connection for granted, like you expected a union, and you expected things to be done a certain way. So they may have felt taken for granted if they felt like you weren't fully understanding their needs and their difficulties, their struggles. Heaven on earth. That's exactly what I said. Sexy, excited, alive, heaven on earth. You know, that's what they feel with you. And they're afraid of losing that. They're afraid of getting close to you and things getting all messed up and you getting hurt and you abandoning them, and then they're left with nothing. So for some, it's like it feels safer to hold on to the situationship. Desire. they want you to know that they feel deep desire for you. You know, even if they came across as really cold, they feel so much desire for you. So check out my other videos, look at my playlists. I have tons of videos on here about how does this person feel about you, what's going to happen in your connection, what they want to happen between you both, and all readings like that. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and tap the bell icon, then turn on all notifications, and that will notify you every time I release a new reading, which at this time is about every other day. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye. So this is set of cards number 4, which is the blue crystal. And this is, what does this person want you to know right now, but for whatever reason they feel like they cannot express that to you, they cannot tell you what they're feeling or what they want you to know. So today we're using the Amazing Mermaid Tarot by Dame Darcy. We're also clarifying that with the Rider-Waite Tarot, and we have a couple of the handwritten postcards with channeled messages on, and then we're going to look into these messages here. So what does this person want you to know? The Nine of Wands in reverse, the Six of Wands, the Seven of Wands in reverse, the Two of Swords, the Seven of Cups. So the Nine of Wands in reverse is clarified by the Justice in reverse. Sorry, I've just realised I said I was clarifying with the Rider-Waite, but in this set of cards I really felt drawn to clarify with the Mermaid Tarot again. So the Six of Wands is clarified by Strength. The Seven of Wands in reverse is clarified by the Six of Cups. The Two of Swords is clarified by the Eight of Swords in reverse. And the Seven of Cups is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So the postcards read, I've always loved you and I always will. As long as you believe it's a personal rejection or that I have the power to make you feel good about yourself, then we cannot align. The universe is waiting for you to realize none of this is personal. I'm sorry I disappointed you. I just couldn't be who you needed me to be at that time. I can see how much work you put in to try and make us work. You deserve better. So what this person wants you to know is that they could really see how much you are desiring this connection, this relationship, this commitment. And I feel with this message here about as long as you believe it's a personal rejection or that I have the power to make you feel bad about yourself, then we cannot align. This is really saying that their higher self has not given you what you want at this time because it's not what you need. And by that I mean your soul. I feel like some of you basically were looking to this person to determine that you are lovable. Like subconsciously you're basing your self-worth on whether this person turned around and committed to you or not. And when they weren't committing to you, it felt like rejection after abandonment, you know. And that was really, really eating away at your self-esteem. It was making you feel bad. It was making all those abandonment wounds be triggered up. But it's because you had this illusion that this person had the power or the authority to determine whether you are lovable or not. Because I feel like this is the major lesson that most of you are needing to learn. That it doesn't matter whether this person commits to you or not. You know, that has nothing to do with you being unworthy, because you're always worthy, simply because you exist. Everyone is always worthy in their heart, in their truth. And so their higher self wants you to know that. This person's higher self wants you to know that in the 3D, they, you know, in their human self, they were not going to come and commit to you just as long as you were basing your sense of self-worth on that. Because that, if they did come along and commit to you when you hadn't found that self-worth, that self-love within yourself, you know, if they came along and you hadn't found that within, and then your relationship with them would be like a band-aid, but deep down in your heart you still had those wounds that hadn't been healed. And then you'd always be in the back of your mind in a place of fear that you're going to lose this person. So if you lost them, then you'd feel that abandonment and rejection all over again. You'd feel that unworthiness all over again. And so their higher self wants you to know that in the 3D, they were not going to commit to you. They were not going to have this relationship that you wanted so badly with you until you could learn to love yourself, until you could know that it doesn't matter what this person does or doesn't do. You need to know that you are worthy no matter what, and that you're good enough no matter what, and you don't have to prove yourself. You don't have to chase this love. You're good enough. You know, you don't have to prove something to yourself. You need to realize it within yourself. Nothing on the outside can prove to you that you are lovable for any long period of time anyway, until you know you are lovable within yourself. And so this is, the higher self also wants you to know that this is about the law of attraction. You know, when we aren't in a place of self-love, when we don't know our worth, then we cannot align with receiving that love on the outside or giving love, you know, unconditionally, because we're not giving ourselves that unconditional love. We're not receiving our own love. And therefore, you know, whatever energy we are within ourselves is what reflects back to us, is what manifests back to us in our life. And so when we don't believe we're worthy, then we're going to attract circumstances and situations which just reaffirm that illusion. And so I feel this is what their higher self wants you to know, that it wasn't a rejection. In truth, this was their soul loving you so much that they weren't going to give you what you wanted, because they know that you need to give yourself what you truly need, the self-love first. And for some of you, a breakdown happened in this connection for you to go your separate ways in order for you to realize that, in order for you to realize your worth and how much you are chasing that validation outside of yourself, when all the time you needed to create it within. And you know, we all go through this, so don't blame yourself for that. So yeah, let's look more deeply into the individual cards. The Nine of Wands in reverse, clarified by the Justice in reverse. So this, to me, this Nine of Wands in reverse is saying that I feel like you're mirrors of each other, so it will have been on both sides. So when I say you, I'm going to mean both of you. So I feel like both of you had walls up, fears of letting your walls down, but in the reverse position it was like subconscious, like you didn't consciously realize it. You know, if we chase after love, if we're the chaser, so to speak, then it's just another form of running, in truth. We're chasing the validation outside of ourselves because we're running away from the feeling of rejection we feel within. You know, we're not addressing our own wounds. We're running away from doing that inner work. And so on both sides, I feel there was the subconscious, like barriers up, guards up, and it led to injustice. Or it seemed like an injustice on the surface, but really it's an illusion. It was like a manifestation. Whatever we put in is what we get out. You know, whether, you know, it's subconscious or not. And the higher self just really wants you to look deeply into that. So this person, they want you to know that they had a fear. They had fears about coming forward, about being their true self. And it led to some kind of it seemed like an injustice. But like I said, this in truth had to happen to help you get to this point of awakening. Six of Wands, they want victory after these struggles. They're coming into their strength. This is traditionally shown as the soldier coming home after being victorious in battle, and the whole townspeople are cheering them on. 6 is the number of love. So this person is gathering the strength within themselves to fight their fears, or they want you to know that this is where your connection is heading for both of you. You're both understanding what held you both back, so you can overcome the difficulties, the struggles, the adversity, and have this inner strength. And this is what the separation has created. You know, if you're at this place of knowing your worth now, or you're in the process, or you're going to start the process of knowing your own worth, when you take back your personal power, and by that I mean having that self-love and knowing that, you know, if someone on the surface appears to reject you, then you just know that it's not personal. It's obviously just not meant to be that way at this time, or maybe ever with certain people, but it's never a personal rejection. It's just a misalignment, you know. It's all about the energies. So the 7 of Wands in reverse, clarified by the 6 of Cups. So this person, they want you to know that they're letting go of this defensiveness, because this is a card of someone that's fearful and they're trying to fight to stand their ground. They're trying to stay rooted to the spot. It may be stubbornness. They're trying to fend off you if you were trying to get close to them, or if there was a spiritual awakening happening, because there is the lightning strike, which is like the Tower card, which is like divine intervention. If they were trying to resist this awakening, in reverse it's saying they're letting go of that resistance. They've learned from it because they want the 6 of Cups. This is the reconciliation of soulmates. This is someone from your past returning to your life. They want to reach out and give you the cup with the flowers in. They want to express their truth. The rainbow to me represents the chakras, so healing of the chakras, healing of the energies. They're having this realization that you are soulmates and that you're meant to be together. And that's what's dissolving the resistance and the fears over time, you know. It may take a long time. They want you to know that right now, they're still in this transition period, because it's like a part of them is still in the fears, still in the blocks, still in that illusion that I've been talking about, the illusion of unworthiness. And that's what's holding them back. But then the other aspect of them is awakening. Their spirituality, seeing the truth, going inwards, because it is clarified by the 8 of Swords in reverse, which is more positive, because this is about feeling stuck, just like that 2 of Swords is, but in reverse it's like liberating oneself. Swords are about the mind and perception, so this person wants you to know that they're liberating themselves from these limiting beliefs that made them feel unworthy. They want you to know that you're doing the same and your connection is moving forward. Seven of Cups, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So they want you to know that they don't know how to ground this connection at this time. It's still up in the air. They're daydreaming and fantasizing about you. Right now, they may not know what direction to go in their life. They feel this deep love for you. They're sorry that they disappointed you. But, you know, with this misalignment, they're feeling as though right now it's just not working out. And, you know, people, you know, no one should be expected to wait around forever. You or this other person or anyone, you know. And so they're wondering, do I hold on? Or they're like, they've got a lot going on in their life, but they're still kind of holding on to this love they have for you. And so they're kind of like in this place of going with the flow. It's clarified by the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So I do feel like there's been some frustration within this person because they felt like they've tried to plant the seeds and make your connection grow, but they're taking a step back because they feel like it's not growing. And so they may be in this, that's contributing to why they're in this confusion. They're like, they want things to work out with you. But like I said, it's not just about them taking action and forcing it to work, because it is about that energy. The energies needing to be in alignment within yourselves and therefore with each other. And so I feel like they don't know what to do. That's also why they have that Two of Swords. They're like, what do I choose? They're hoping for a reconciliation, but they're worried that they'd be waiting around forever. I've always loved you and I always will. As long as you believe it's a personal rejection or that I have the power to make you feel bad about yourself, then we cannot align. The universe is waiting for you to realize none of this is personal. So I feel that's about both of you. Like, this person needs to come to that realization that it's not personal. And, you know, if they're so worried about you rejecting them, then that is not a reflection of their worth. They need to realize that as well. I'm sorry I disappointed you. I just couldn't be who you needed me to be at that time. I can see how much work you've put in to try and make us work. You deserve better. So I feel like they're still feeling that they're not quite at that place to be the person that you need them to be. And so again, they're like, they're not sure what to do. They're not sure whether to keep holding on or truly like surrender this. I feel like they're always going to feel this love for you though, no matter what they do or where they go in their life. So let's pull out some of these messages. What does this person want you to know at this time? Heart on. So this is like hard on, but from a place of love. You know, when you just feel so much love that you get aroused from that place of love. This person's basically desiring for intimacy with you because they just feel so much love. And heart on, you know, it's also like the awakening of the heart. The thawing, I can't even say that. And their heart is melting in order to come alive again. I'm sorry. Yeah, so they want you to know that they are sorry. Sorry they disappointed you. Sorry that if they ever made you feel that they don't love you, because they really do. Scared of losing you. So yeah, they are scared of losing you. But they don't know what to do is what I'm feeling. They're like, they don't want to lose you, but then they don't want to lose their life to, you know, staying still and overthinking this and not living their life in the present moment, which is fair enough. I want to be like you. So yeah, I feel like this person really looks up to you. They may have put you on a pedestal. They see you as someone as strong. They see you as this lady, this mermaid in the Strength card. You're strong emotionally, mentally. And the Six of Wands, it can sometimes talk about, you know, worrying about how you appear in public, or how you appear basically around other people, worrying about other people's opinion of you. And so this person may have tried to impress you, they tried to be like you, they want to be like you, they want to be strong, they want to take a leap of faith, you know, they want to be able to express their emotions openly, if that's what you've been doing. Misaligned. So yeah, their higher self wants you to know it was never a personal rejection. It was just about the misalignment due to more healing needed on both sides. You know, we need to unite with our true self, which is knowing our worth, so we can unite with each other. As within, so without. Denial. Okay, so they want you to know there was a period of time that they were in denial about their feelings because it was just so painful. You know, they're longing to be with you and feeling like this misalignment was making it so it wasn't happening, became so painful. And, you know, some of them, they may have looked at other options, literally, because they want you to know that they looked at other options because they may have felt like no matter what work they tried to put in to make things happen, there was still that misalignment, and it was becoming painful. It felt like the universe was against them or something and blocking it, but really it was, again, about the need to heal. And one final message. What do they want you to know? I want you back. So yeah. They want to be with you. They want the reconciliation. So check out my other readings. I have tons on here about how does this person feel about you, what they want, what is going to happen between you. So you can look at my playlists, because I do have loads on here. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and tap the bell icon and turn on all notifications, and that will notify you every time I release a new reading, which at this time is about every other day. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye.